Hey guys, Harth here again, and I want to bring you something a little bit different today. Because yesterday, Blizzard posted an update to the Pandaria talent trees. We have fully functional talent calculators for every class. Not all of them are done, but we have updated, for the most part. Priest isn't updated. We have updated talent calculators for every class. And I know a lot of people are still sort of confused as to how the new talent system works. So, I want to go over it so that people can have a chance to understand, and just to give my thoughts on it, and I'll probably show an example or two of some specs, and I'll also go over some of the criticism that this new system has garnered. So, with that, let's begin. For anyone who doesn't know how the new system works, in Pandaria, all the talent trees, let me show you, for example, let's just go to Wowhead. Talent calculator, say Death Knight. These trees, no more. They're all gone. We're not going to deal with any more of this. We are instead going to have these. Still, it functions the same way. At level 10, you'll pick your spec, and you'll still get, your ability, your spec-defining ability. Marksmanship will still get aim shot. And from there on out, starting at level 15, you will get access to these talents. At level 15, you can choose between post-haste, evasiveness, and exhilaration for a hunter. All of these abilities modify or disengage in some way. It's different for every spec, obviously. Not every spec has a first talent that modifies a current ability. Oh, I should also add, Pandaria is not even an alpha yet. It should be an alpha soon, but it's not even an alpha yet, let alone beta, and everything is subject to change. Everything is subject to change. You have to understand that. So, like I said, at level 15, we can just go through here and fill one out. So, I'm going to take Exhilaration. When you disengage, you are instantly healed for 15% of your total health. And just for the sake of things, we're a Beast Mastery Hunter, because that helps prove my next point. Well, I'm not proving anything, but you know what I'm saying. Here's one of the things I really like about this system. As a Beast Mastery Hunter in the current system, I get Intimidation. Guaranteed. I have Intimidation. It's a nice ability. It's fine. I like it. Whatever. You know what I don't have as a Beast Mastery Hunter? An Interrupt. You know what I have as a Marksmanship Hunter? An Interrupt. I like the playstyle of Beast Mastery more than I do Marksmanship, but I hate not having Silencing Shot. This way, as a Beast Mastery Hunter, I can take Silencing Shot. Problem solved. I like that. Then, at level 45, we get these effects. Just for the sake of things, we'll go with the Aspect of the Iron Hawk. It's a nice enough PvP ability. Here's another example. Fervor is a Beast Mastery ability. If I were a Marksmanship Hunter, I could take this. If I felt that I was needing 50 focus on a 2-minute cooldown, I could take it. For the sake of things, we're going to just take Fervor. Let's see. Moving on to level 75. Freezing Trap no longer has a cooldown, but only one target. We're going to go with Transmorph Trap. And then, at level 90, we get these awesome new abilities. For the sake of things, we're going to take Binding Shot. Now, each of these are a passive or active ability. They're new, they're not necessarily new, but they modify existing abilities, or they're just brand new active abilities. Whereas with the current system, I guess I'll go to Hunter just to keep things in line. With the current system, when we get a talent, it's really minor stuff. We're not, increases the critical strike of your kill command by 5%. And then the next rank is 10%. There's no change there. There's no change at all. It's just numbers. Here, we get actual abilities. That's what I like about this system. And all of those passives, well, I say all of them, but most of them, marksmanship is a better example of this. We still get all of the passives. We still get all these passive abilities that are in this talent tree. You know, there's careful aim. We still get careful aim. We all get the stuff, and it's stuff that we would guaranteed take in a current spec. We just don't have to spec for it. Because that's one of the things Blizzard is trying to do with this system. They're trying to give us actual choice, and they're trying to cut down on pointless talents and give us fun new abilities to work with. Because we're all going to be taking these passive abilities. We're all going to be taking those talents. Why not just give them to us? You know, they're so necessary that we have to take them. Otherwise, we're just completely, you know, worthless. So we have to take them. Why not just give them to us? That's one of the things I really like about this. Also, one of the things I really like, we're going to switch over to Warrior for this example, is it's going to add diversity and variety to classes in PvP. It'll add diversity in PvE as well, but it's not near as important there. So, let's give us an example here. Say I'm in Arathi Basin, and I am looking to assault a capture point, say Gold Mine, and I see a warrior defending the node. I can notice, just by looking at him, that he's a Fury Warrior, because, you know, he'll have two weapons. He'll either have two two-handed weapons, or two one-handed weapons. You know, they'll still have, in Mists of Pandaria, they'll still have Titan's Grip and Single-Minded Fury. And I can notice their spec just by looking at them. What does that mean in Cataclysm? It means that I know exactly what he can do to me. I know exactly what abilities he has. In fact, I have a general idea of what his spec looks like. Because odds are, he's just, you know, looked up a common cookie-cutter spec and used that. You know, so I know exactly what's coming. I know what to look out for. But with this system, it's not so easy. It's not so black and white. Because, you know, currently I don't have to worry about the Fury Warrior blade storming. I don't have to worry about him stunning me. Now, that's possible, because as a Fury Warrior, I could just, you know, tech down to Blade Storm or Shockwave. Suddenly, I have this huge fuck you cooldown, you know, that really hurts. I have a 4-second stun. You know, this ability over here is new, so I'm kind of ignoring it. Although it's really awesome, and I would probably take this, to be honest. But that's beside the point. You know, I don't know what that warrior could have. Yeah, he could have this. Which, granted, that 20% extra damage dealt is nothing to laugh at. But he could have that, or he might not. He might have a stun on him. He might have Blade Storm. I won't know. That's what I like about it. It adds variety and more unpredictability in PvP, which, in my opinion, is always a good thing. Also, it's giving certain classes sort of revamp. Blizzard seem intent upon revamping Warlocks and Shaman with this system, which is good, because, to be honest, Warlocks feel a bit too much like Hunters, and Shaman are just sort of in this weird position right now where they're just weird. But they're getting what looks to be complete revamps. Totems are becoming... A lot of totems seem to be getting longer cooldowns now, but they have more extreme effects, which is interesting. And you'll notice, as a testament to these trees not being done, the level 90 abilities don't exist anymore. But every class is getting really interesting abilities out of this. Warlocks are becoming more focused on, like, sacrificing their health as a means to do things, which is a really interesting mechanic, and I'm curious to see how it plays out. Rogues, I believe, are actually getting some really interesting changes. Anticipation was interesting. If you're curious about reading that tooltip, you can pause. Let's see. Paladins are getting interesting abilities. everything, like, is just getting interesting new active abilities that we can actually choose between, and that's the point of the system. The point of the system is to give us choice between fun, new, active abilities, rather than just going online and looking up a cookie cutter spec, using that, and never thinking about it again. So that's something I really like. And let's see here. I'd like to just look at a little bit of criticism that it's received, because it's not a perfect system. By no means is it perfect, and that will become abundantly clear when Mists of Pandaria gets into beta and we all actually get our hands on it and we can actually see it and, you know, play around with the new abilities and things like that. But, you know, a lot of people say that there still isn't really any choice, and yeah, that's true. At the end of the day, there still will be a cookie cutter spec. That's not really something that you can stop, because it will happen. There's no system you can use that won't just have, you know, a theory-crafted set of what abilities are best. And some people will use those and refuse to branch out and have any fun or try things on their own. And, you know, that's fine. But there's no way you can have a system that isn't going to have something along the lines of a cookie-cutter build. Some people, you know, claim that it's a dumbed-down system. And I mean, yeah, if your idea of dumbed down is not having to read through a bunch of useless talents that do nothing but increase certain abilities' critical strike chance, and things like that, I don't really see the issue there. It's giving us more abilities. It's giving us more abilities, which means we're going to need more hotkeys, which means every class is having a new degree of difficulty. Difficulty's not the right word to use there, but it's the only word coming to mind. So, you know, dumbed down isn't what I would call it. And then there's the criticism that, you know, we don't get talents. We only get them every 15 levels now. That's not good. That's true, but again, they're all something. These are all physical, tangible, activated abilities. Not all of them are activated, some of them are passive. But the passive ones are really noticeable. You know, going back to the Hunter, Exhilaration, it's passive, it just modifies Disengage, but it's a heal. It's a 15% self-heal. That's massive for Hunters, because Hunters don't have a self-heal. That's a massive change. And so while we're not getting talents every level, I mean, you know, let's see. What level do you get an active ability? Well, you get a passive ability for Hunters here in True Shot Aura, halfway down the tree, and then again at the end of the tree. That's it. Well, you get Silencing Shot as well. But so you have 3 abilities there that aren't just like mechanical or like stat increasing abilities or talents. Here, you get a new active or passive ability every 15 levels. I really prefer this system, I feel. And I'm going to be really interested in actually getting in the beta and getting to try it out. So with that, I'd just like to close out, say thanks for watching, and I hope this, you know, cleared up a little bit of stuff about the Mists of Pandaria talent system and, you know, how it works. You know, feel free to leave any comments on your thoughts below, rate, comment, subscribe, things like that. I will see you guys next time.